Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Esports U. We've got some NJCAA Rocket League coming up for you just a little bit. I'm Mr. Bepic, and I'm joined in the booth by the magnificent Pyro. Jay, how are you tonight, my friend?
Oh, magnificent, Bepic. Hey, same to you, my man. We got the best of the best Rocket League action tonight, so I am so excited. Two teams undefeated, 7-0. TVCC, who I've casted for before, so I have high expectations. And then we have Dallas Eastfield, a team I haven't seen much of. So with an undefeated scoreline, maybe I'm expecting a lot out of them too.
The Cardinals versus the Harvesters. I'm very excited for this one, and while it doesn't have too much impact on the landscape of who makes playoffs right now, because if either of these two teams lose, which one of them is going to, they'll still be in second place, so I don't have to worry about being caught up to just yet in this Week 8, as they are both undefeated. But seeding purposes, Pyro, this has so many implications to determine who is the better team in this group going into playoffs.
That's right. Yeah, top two of each group going to make that postseason. While there's only 2 weeks left, an undefeated record, both teams have a great shot at it, but certainly want to hold on to that top seeding, like you said, Bepic. So we'll see if these teams do just that. Like you said, we got the birds flying high, so I'm expecting all kinds of elevated plays here today. All right, Cardinals versus the Harvesters. Game 1 of a best of 5 going down right here, right now on the Esports U broadcast. Let's get it.
Yeah, let us get this thing kicked off. See what these undefeateds have to bring to the table. That's a kickoff won so hard by Dallas Eastfield. They actually lost it, and A1X will send it careening towards that orange back wall, and a miss opens up the net. Havoc official right there to clean up.
You know, I want to say this charge was led by Havoc official, but I can't go without saying I see a nomad on my boy, Truly Sam, coming big out with that car again. He did this last time I saw him. He played exquisitely with it, so I'm expecting even more out of him tonight.
Mad respect. Skill Fire almost commanding even more respect on the pitch with that double, but couldn't find the second touch. Now A1X, another booming ball out to the side this time around, and Skilled Fire will step up and make sure the ball doesn't leave the blue half, nearly creating an opportunity for his teammate. Still very well might have. Polar on net. A1X, though, the save. In comes the rebound. Neuver, a slow lofting ball, just a bit too high, and it's saved away.
But you can tell that Dallas Eastfield, they're not afraid to get those follow-ups in quickly. You see a lot of teams with those passes going midfield, like this one right here. A shot chance for him, but Neuver, heroic save on the back line to keep him away. But Dallas Eastfield, keep an eye out for this team, because their attacks at the net are looking lethal, especially with that second man coming right in.
They've been putting hard, accurate shots on net and forcing the defense to make saves. Another one careening towards that blue goal. They'll right back, return to sender. Now a chance for Trinity Valley to set up some offense. That Nomad off the back wall didn't make any contact with ball or car, and Skilled Fire will attempt to clear, denied by Truly Sam. And now A1X, a good challenge, one to the back wall. Truly Sam's up. That Nomad puts a shot on. Rebound for Havoc official just off to the side. A close shave for Dallas Eastfield.
Oh, how shot precision can be so important in games like this. They came right off of the woodwork, the crossbar, but this one gonna find it between the uprights. It's Truly Sam, well positioned on the sidewall to bullet it home.
It is hard to miss that bright green Nomad going up the side wall, but the defense still couldn't get back in time, despite knowing Truly Sam was bound to put a ball on right there. It's a great awareness play from Trinity Valley, and they take a 2-0 lead, make it 3-0.
Oh my, well, once you get them going, it's hard to stop them right now. That is 2 from Havoc official, and he ain't slowing down whatsoever. That midfield presence, so important to have control over in a game like this, and more to be had for Trinity Valley.
Great job capitalizing on mistakes, Trinity Valley, and still saving those shots away. Another one A1X had to get up for, and then Truly Sam, a clearance down. Not a great touch over to the side. Skill just to take a bit of a detour to grab boost and then get up to the ball, but had the space to do it. Neuver on net. There's a miss, but actually not quite on net. So close, but Dallas Eastfield yet to break that barrier.
Yeah, and they're working at it with these touches to the side to try and put the ball away from Trinity Valley, but they're positioning around the field, the range, the great range that they've created across the pitch. It makes it so hard to put it where a player from Trinity Valley is not. The presence that they have on the field is almost overwhelming, stifling right now for Dallas Eastfield, and it's really leaving them with limited opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, there may be more here for Polar and Skilled Fire working down the end. That's a 2v1. The goalie bumped in the shot. Gonna be just enough. Polar finds it short side.
What a perfect play from Polar. Had some help there at the very end, but broke it through two of those blue cars to allow Skilled Fire to enter the fray and get that bump. That was a perfect play, and finally Dallas Eastfield on the board.
I'll be looking for more counterattack chances for Dallas Eastfield. It clearly looks like that could be their bread and butter as they move back down the field. That counterattack going to be wasted away with a good demolition from Truly Sam.
That was more heads-up Rocket League. And Havoc official all alone. The soft touch, the shot just off the corner, and no rebound opportunity given to Skilled Fire, but maybe right back to it, centering ball to Polar, off the post again. The woodworks being bullied by Dallas Eastfield shots.
Trinity Valley, they may be the boilie here, but look at it coming down. Huge counter now for Trinity Valley to waste any momentum that Dallas Eastfield were looking for.
A1X drew Polar to the center of that net and then struck with precision to punish his straying from that back post. Phenomenal shot, and that 3-goal lead reinstated in Neuver. Wants to cut it back down, but the defense will hold. Polar into the corner through A1X, but Truly Sam has that near post all covered up, and it leads to a strong clear and even more time wasting for TVCC.
Yeah, time that Dallas Eastfield so preciously needs right now. It doesn't look like they may get the chances they need for a Game 1 victory, but boy, would it be important for them to stop this goal scoring that's just coming about in another big way. Do not allow space for Truly Sam to work off of the wall, because this is what will happen.
Sam just must love that side wall. Another goal set up from that position, though this one with a little bit more on a theatrical side. My word, 5-1. What a lead Trinity Valley has built themselves here in Game 1. But, of course, best of 5. Lots of time for Dallas Eastfield to rebound from this one.
Lots of time to reinstate that composure on the back line. With saves like that, it will help, but they do still seem a little frantic trying to pick up these saves. That stop's gonna be important for them, and I will say maybe this shot could help as well. It will be defended. Truly Sam finds it off the side too.
Neuver the wrong way, and now you're just looking for a momentum goal. Either side could find that momentum goal. Great drop down by Truly Sam, but there was no one there to shoot as A1X had already taken himself out of the play. And going forward, there were a lot of off-target shots, that one included, that were so close to going in and getting us some fireworks in the blue net. And you have to think, if you're Dallas Eastfield, those shots are going to be falling eventually, so not too much in the way of panic room for them. I think they're going to be all right.
Not much to panic for whatsoever. Well, if you are Trinity Valley, they come up with a commanding win here in game number 1. And I mean, Bebek, you mentioned the perfect fact, which is that really for Dallas Eastfield, it's all about getting those shots that come between the uprights. So many of them hitting the woodwork, their only goal attributed to a 2v1 counterattack.
Right, and they looked good on that counter, as they did so many of them. And if you look at the shot tallies, 9-9, it was even, and I feel like that accurately reflects the possession game as well. It felt like it was a back-and-forth affair. The only big difference, Trinity Valley was hitting their shots, and Dallas Eastfield were not. So going forward in game 2, I hope the Eastfield players just kind of take a deep breath and focus on their striking.
The whole unit involved as well. Even if they do get a missed shot, sometimes missed shots are the perfect scoring opportunities for the next player. I want to see that second man come into fruition more often. maybe send the whole house, right? You know, if that's what it takes to get some goals on the board, then so be it. More composure on defense, more goal scoring on offense. How much more complicated could it be, Bepik?
Not too complicated, that's for sure. This game 2 approaching quickly, and all eyes on both the Eastfield offense and I think the TVCC defense to see how they hold up to all the pressure once more. Immediately off kickoff, it's Neuver with a set-up opportunity. That one is skied far to the right, but there was a defender in the face of skilled fire there, as there were 2 in that instance. Still no clearance, though, and Dallas Eastfield going to continue this attempt off of kickoff.
Yeah, well, surely initial possession here for Dallas Eastfield will help their case in setting the tone for a more offensive game. It's interesting, this game here, this match between two Titans, 7-0, the both of them. You still expect one to come out with dominance, because there's got to be that one or maybe even that 2 teams that are just ahead of the curve, just cementing their legacy in this group. So far for me, that is Trinity Valley, but Dallas Eastfield, they still have a chance to rewrite history here, and they can do that here with a big presence in game 2.
Solid start, but they had the last game, and here comes TVCC. A bit of an unfortunate team bump as A1X, I'm sure, was salivating at that look on the orange net. Sam the same was forced to just leave it at a lob as it was bumped off. Now A1X right back to it. Back wall read, left it for Sam, and they had the block out, but returning fire is TVCC. There's a miss off the back wall. We saw several of those in the last game for Dallas Eastfield. Doesn't lead to a goal this time, but it leads to pressure and close attempts.
Yeah, but what Trinity Valley is doing is using those misses or those post reads as a chance to put another shot on. Yes, those are getting deflected as well, but this unlimiting pressure being put on Dallas Eastfield will wear away at them at some point. So feels like truly Sam could also just solo play this all the way. I think he got a reset. He did, but the next flip is going to be wayward of the ball. They've still got mounting pressure, but the clear there should help Dallas Eastfield get away with it.
Still into the hands of A1X. Called their own number there, but couldn't make the read. Now Havoc official. A back pass to the back wall. No cars in the area, but again, the defensive rotations for TVCC too solid to allow a freebie over to Dallas Eastfield, but a back wall chance for skilled fire. Got a reset, but wasn't able to use it as the shot was off target. And now it seems like it's Dallas Eastfield's turn to set up offense. We are just playing turn-based Rocket League at the moment.
It is Dallas Eastfield's turn indeed, and the way they're turning around this half is working for them so far, but for how long? It's hard to get those liftoffs quicker than truly Sam does. You see him go up for the ball. Typically, they're the first one on it right now. Oh, Dallas Eastfield are happy to be the first ones on that one. Look at them still cover this back line a lot better this time, Bepik, than the last.
Oh, no.
No! I had to say something good about their defense, didn't I? It all breaks down in this moment.
I don't know. I think I'll give the benefit of the doubt to Neuver. I mean, Polar, yes, that's a miss, but A1X was looking terrifying. It felt like they were going to slam a pass into the front bumper of their teammate, and Neuver knew that. Tried to correct when they realized that's not the case, and unfortunately, they corrected into some incorrect C. 1-0. TVCC thanks to some unrelenting pressure.
Yeah, and interesting too, because A1X had the least goals out of their team in the last game. So for him to come in with the first one in game 2, it really shows how Trinity Valley as a full squad operate. There is no player on that field that can't come up big when it comes to finishing a play. And so everyone on this team now with 2 goals in this set. I'm expecting more out of them. They may not need it with good fakes and good positioning around the ball just like that.
It's a good read from Polar, though. Stayed in the play, but the pass intercepted by A1X, and that'll lead to a clearance only as far as Polar at the midfield line. Now Sam trying to play some volleyball here on the Rocket League pitch. A1X joins in the fun. That one not the greatest, but their follow-up somewhat good, if not for Polar. They're dunking it away. Truly Sam, though uncontested, now can establish some sort of an offensive, if not for Neuver. Back and forth we continue in the final minute, and there's the first goal for Dallas Eastfield.
Well, and finally we get to see a player from Dallas Eastfield stick around on the ball for a bit. They've kind of just been throwing their possession away and away again, but this time The challenger waits for their opponent to come to the ball, flicks it over, and sets up the play for their team. That's what we need from Dallas Eastfield. I wish I had a statistic of how closely players stick themselves near the ball versus away from it. Now, Neuver throws away a golden opportunity. Could have been the first lead for Dallas Eastfield.
Oh, could have been the first game win as well, but Eastfield starting to turn into a juggernaut of an offense. That's a good demo, though, and Havoc official going to take it all away as Sam's shot blocked by Skilled Fire, and Neuver had his teammates back. It was there for the clearance. Under 30 seconds left to play. This one's shaping up to be a sweater at the end of game 2.
They have proven that they can hold Trinity Valley to just one goal, but can they keep them there? That statement may need to be made now. 14 on the clock and a good clear out to Polar, but truly Sam breaks it away. Neuver with enough boost to kick that upfield, but no one to follow. Oh no, there is Polar. Polar looking for that second touch. Can't get it to the box, so it's put out to the ground. And look at this. Game 2, we've got overtime.
I like Neuver's comfort level with going to overtime there. Shows the confidence that Eastfield has right now. And rightfully so. It's another kickoff win for them to start things off. But A1X heads up Rocket League, bumping an orange car out of the play. And that ball just sailing into the back of Dallas Eastfield's goal. I suppose they shouldn't have been so comfortable to play overtime, because just like that, this game 2's over.
There's confidence and then there's cockiness. I think we had Dallas Eastfield, a team that wanted to press up and make waves early on in extra time. They failed to do so. The clear for Trinity Valley, a more composed set of players are able to find the win there. So congratulations to them. Just pull the win. But Bepik, I mean, what a statement from Dallas Eastfield nonetheless. We're talking about a game 1 where there was a goal lead, but this time they kept them to 1 in regulation time. That proves that this series could still go the distance.
Yeah, Dallas was able to hold Trinity Valley to fewer shots on net, and again, it was similar numbers. Again, the shots were tied. It was 9-9 the last game and 6-6 in this. But Dallas Eastfield did so much better at keeping the ball in non-lethal positions in defense, and that was aided a bit by the volleyball that kind of erupted in the middle of that second game, where it was just long clear after long clear. But once they got into offense, Eastfield hit more of their shots, which is good, Pyro, but that needs to continue.
Well, you mentioned the volleyball action and the need to continue these shots that are on target, which did not happen in game 1. The way that they're going to get those shots actually on target and get those opportunities is staying close to the ball. I couldn't help but mention it even further in the last one. The fact that their one goal came out of patience, out of just composure and waiting for the challenger to come and then flicking it over. So often are players feeling very frantic, very urged to get the ball away from them, take a weak shot on net that already has 2 or even just 1 defender on the back line. Having that patience, using the space that's provided to you. We saw inklings of that from Dallas Eastfield. We just have to see more. Take advantage of those moments that have proven points on the board.
I think the old adage goes, good things come to those who slow play in Rocket League. That's been passed down for generations. We're going to go to a quick break, as we had Dallas Eastfield, I believe, call a 5-minute break. And so we're going to grant that, and they're going to talk things over. Same with TVCC, I'm sure. So don't go anywhere. More NJCAA Esports Rocket League coming up. All right, welcome back. Strategies have been discussed. Bathroom breaks have been taken. Pyro, and we are back going into Game 3 between Dallas Eastfield and TVCC. A bit to discuss on the Dallas Eastfield side, seeing as they are down 0-2 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, there would have been more to discuss if Game 2 was anything like Game 1, which admittedly was a blowout. But Game 2 went to overtime. This is still hope for the undefeated Dallas Eastfield. They have to remember that, right? Yes, they got a little cocky in overtime. They overextended and they gave up a big clear to lose the game. But they have reason still to be confident. They have the shot taking abilities. They have that follow-up chances that are just nearly going in. But man, is it tough to beat this Trinity Valley team. So here we go, folks. Game number 3, a chance for the sweep of TVCC. But they got to get one more off of the undefeated as well, Dallas Eastfield.
Ooh, Polar all alone there. Had to get up and make one of those scary saves where you're just kind of floating there, waiting for the ball to come to you, and you're hoping you just made the right read. And doesn't lead to a clearance just yet. Polar still trying for that. A1X will deny momentarily, and it does again. That to be taken over to Truly Sam off the back wall for themselves, leaving it for Havoc Official, and the defense able to recover him in time and get there for the block, but still pressing for that opening goal, requiring Dallas Eastfield to make a lot of saves, and back wall reads. This is the Trinity Valley style.
Oh, just a barrage of shots, unending. You love to see this from a squad that has found their rhythm at the beginning of the game and never lost it. Havoc gets a touch there on the goal line, but it's not nearly enough. Skilled Fire putting the firepower behind this shot.
It's about time that there's an open opportunity for Dallas Eastfield. They have been placing their shots so nicely, but it seemed like there was always a defender back. But that time, Dallas Eastfield was able to win that race to the blue net, and they will net themselves. Is that their first lead of the series, Pyro?
It is indeed, and good that it feels. I love to get to watch teams that actually operate with a lead, but here's the thing, I do not want to see Dallas Eastfield slow down. If this is what's working for them, being resilient, taking on a lot of shots, and then scoring off of the counterattack, keep at it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dallas Eastfield, you've got a chance to swing the momentum of this series.
Oh, truly, Sam. I thought for sure it was going to be one of those patented nomad counterattacks. Nearly was, but Havoc Official couldn't commit to that play with both of their teammates on the back wall. It's a good 50 taken by Skilled Fire, and Polar passed right back. A little awkward, and that allowed time for A1X to step up and try and put the clamps on Dallas Eastfield's defense once more. Havoc Official turning in right there, and it's just awkward corner play right now. No one with real control, just waiting for that big win. Truly Sam nearly found it.
Well, he was on that wall again, and we know how dangerous that is. Truly Sam loves to pull out plays from that position, but Dallas Eastfield, you know, they're learning as the series goes on. They're like, oh, he's coming off of the wall. Okay, let's hammer away from that back line. They might have to do it again as Sam sets up a backboard play, but look at how much more solid that backboard defense looks like, and look how fortuitous this shot is for Dallas Eastfield. It just jams up against the cars and slots right in the net.
Oh, that's a forced own goal. A1X was rotating back into the play, was trying to take Polar out before he could do anything on that counterattack, and then unfortunately just had that 50 go straight into his front bumper. That one hurts a bit. It's a good lesson on why you don't rotate back into the play unless you're very confident in your abilities. And 2-0, Dallas Eastfield really using the positive effects of that last time out.
And we talked about the first lead for them. Well, this is definitely their largest lead at that, 2-0. Look at this give and go that's broken up. Gotta be a little more careful if you're just lollygagging that ball down Broadway Street. I think truly Sam gonna pick that up anytime he can. Skilled Fire looking to grab this off of the backboard. Maybe a follow. Not gonna be on target. Polar will connect as well from the backboard. That one's dropping down and away from Dallas.
He's a little overzealous from Polar as well. He took a lot of boost, but Naover would do so well to buy time for their teammates. Polar right back in it with full boost this time around. Unfortunately, too strong a touch will mean a clearance to that midfield line, and now a battle ensues for possession. Truly Sam stepping up and playing hero in that instance, getting some offense on the board here, and a goal. That one kind of just crept through the defenders.
Really did. Lately, very little holes have been provided from the defense of Dallas Eastfield, but look at that getting right between Naover and Skilled Fire. When you have that awkwardness on the backboard, it's a good chance to strike as the opponents, and hey, Trinity Valley, they saw that opening and took advantage. This is a team to take advantage of mistakes like that, so Dallas Eastfield has to limit them where they can.
Havoc, center ball, no one's really there, but truly Sam's challenge game has been unmatched, and Havoc Official, a shot to the top left, blocked away by Skilled Fire to that back wall well that has produced plethora of goals in this series for TVCC. Fortunately for Dallas Eastfield, there have been a number of plays going that way, and they've had defenders there most of the time. Under a minute left to play here. TVCC needing an equalizer to get this series over and done with quickly, but a stingy defense awaits them.
These are the moments that I love when you have a team that needs to score in less than a minute, and a team like Trinity Valley at that, an explosive offense. Can they make it happen in 30 seconds to try and sweep this series?
The name doesn't make sense in this instance, but it's like in sports, the 2-minute drill here. And so far, Dallas Eastfield doing so well to block it as the crossbar did their shot. Havoc official can't block Polar's touch into the corner, so it'll be a Trinity Valley offensive starting from their own back end. Havoc official right back in the play to their corner wall again. A1X, a pop over one, orange car, and out of position right now with Dallas Eastfield. We'll see what happens on 0 seconds. Centering ball. Havoc official off the ground. Nearly skipped in, but skilled fire got there for the block. Ball being kept up on 000's truly silent player. You want to see with the ball, but Polar a big block there. We'll see game 4.
We will indeed. Perseverance for Dallas Eastfield as they hold on to that 1-goal lead. We saw quite the chance from Trinity Valley in those last seconds, though, Bepic, didn't we? That's what I was saying. When you get down to those last moments with a team like TVCC, you know they're going to try and eat away at every opportunity. They took advantage of one mistakes, but other than that, Dallas Eastfield played very solidly. Bepic, if you look at the trajectory of Dallas Eastfield's play style, it just seems to improve and improve. It just appears to get more and more solidified, and I wonder if they're concrete enough to go all the way with the series.
Well, they showed flashes of their abilities in game 1. They just missed so many shots. That was a big talking point back then. But now they're hitting their shots, and they're playing much more controlled in the defensive zone as well. The big difference between game 3 and games 1 and 2 that I noticed is that Dallas Eastfield only really had one big blunder defensively. It was that one goal, like you mentioned, for TVCC when the defenders just kind of got split. They were mispositioned, but there were no big back wall misses. There were no big whiffs by orange cars, and Trinity Valley had a lot fewer openings as a result.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you look at Trinity Valley as well, though, like people that need to rise up to the occasion if they're going to continue to score, I'm looking at Havoc. Truly Sam had the only goal in that last game, had scored 2 in game 1, just like Havoc did, but Havoc had scored in every single game other than that last one. I've been looking at Havoc to try and finish some of these opportunities, these plays, and maybe that's the player to feed it to if Trinity Valley want to find some success.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on Havoc to see what they can do. They've got 100 boost, but so too does Polar. Havoc will win that challenge, though, and feathering their boost to stay in the play, but Skilled Fire had the aerial advantage in that instance. And now Neuver on 0, wave dashing into a pass over to Polar to that blue back wall. A1X, a great read, putting the ball off the ceiling and down into Havoc's car, but clearance denied by Neuver. Solid defense so far. It feels like Dallas Eastfield just kind of poking and prodding to see what mistakes they can force out of the TVCC defense.
And particularly the poking that I really like to see from is Neuver. This is a player who's operated in that facilitator role. Funnily enough, 0 goals in this whole series, but in terms of assists, had the 2 assists that were needed for the win in the last game. So keep your eyes on Neuver as well, just to provide those opportunities that can give Dallas Eastfield these wins, as you see him with a big long clear there.
And now it's Polar to Neuver on net. No, just short of being one of the most incredible redirects you will see all evening. And Havoc official now spearheading this counterattack, but Neuver right there on the goal line gets it around 1, but not through A1X. Puts that on target. Skilled Fire in position to pass out to Polar for the double here. Polar has space and he's got the read. 1-0 Dallas Eastfield.
Incredible play, Polar. Skilled Fire sees him upfield, and Polar makes the most of the moment. Thankfully, Neuver didn't touch that as well, because he was coming in to ruin the day of his teammate, but he backed off just in time. Polar with the precision on a big play.
5 stars and a chef's kiss to Polar there, but now it's TVCC's turn to respond, and it's Havoc for the double. No read, leaves it for Sam, and he'll slam his way through there using all the girth of the Nomad.
Oh, big-bodied indeed. I was looking for Havoc on that double, but who needs an Octane when you got the Nomad? Just to press through, using every square inch of that car to equalize. We're tied up at 1s.
Well, kickoff. Very neutral, but over to Sam, a scary player if you're an Eastfield fan. Well, Polar will slow things down for the bright green lad, and that clearance will push Trinity Valley backwards to their back wall. Polar on net, but Chili Sam very much there for that defensive test. Passes it with relative ease, and now in counterattack mode. The ground 8 is jump, and Skilled Fire was allowed time with the ball and has boost to make a play happen here. Wants a demo on Sam, can't find it, but Neuver's 50 will slow down that transition once more, and we go back and forth until the last man is taken out. Goal for Dallas Eastfield.
Look at the bumpage, the physicality. They're getting hot and heavy near that Trinity Valley goal line. And TVCC are the cooks that need to get out of the kitchen because it's too hot for them to handle. Great press up there for Dallas Eastfield. And good awareness as to where to get those defenders out of the play.
Dallas Eastfield have really followed the path of a space heater in this series where they started off cold, but they have heated up tenfold now into game 4. Still a lead, still time for it to be taken away by Sam and company, or maybe by Neuver and company. Nearly another own goal, but will get the touch away. That was a bit scary right there.
A bit terrifying, but hey, it worked out defensively for them. Polar trying to find a couple nice little plays. Looking at how this game is going to wrap up, because yes, Dallas Eastfield had held on to a 2-1 lead in the last one. But something tells me they've got some more scoring to do. Like you said, their heat is increased to its potentially highest capacity. So when the going gets hot, keep it up.
We'll see if they can, though. We saw this similar scoreline in the last game, and how close we were to an overtime after a 0-second attempt for TVCC. So don't keep them out of the talks of winning game 4. Sam wants to set up an opportunity off of the back wall. Polar's there for the read. That pass out to Skilled Fire, blocked away by A1X, but right to Polar. Back up, second tries the charm. That ball's on net right there in front. Neuver on the board.
Rocket League is a cruel, cruel game because this is such a heroic save from Havoc official, barely getting that out of the net. But the reward, just getting crashed right back upon the breakaway. The offense moved way too quickly for Dallas Eastfield for nearly one save to save the day. Like I said, Dallas Eastfield, they are not quitting now. They're keeping it going.
Now on the precipice of a game 5. Start talking reverse sweep. Polar down the field to Skilled Fire. Redirect up. Right back to Polar off the crossbar. Neuver there for the finish, but so too was a defender there for the save. And now A1X out to Havoc. They need to create something ASAP. Pyro, 2-goal lead for Dallas Eastfield under the 30-second mark.
Still a chance for Trinity Valley to get a shot here, but the ball's on the wrong side. Here it is again. Hit back in the box. Skilled Fire. Oh, rotating in, cutting it all off, and taking advantage of a free ball. The composure of TVCC's defense has eroded in game number 4, and it's reached the bottom of the barrel here towards the end of game 4.
That is one of the more egregious errors that we've seen on the back line of TVCC. They are going to have some things to correct as we move forward into Game 5, where every Rocket League caster or neutral fan dreams of being. That ball, close touching the dirt, it will very soon, but Trinity Valley really needing to adjust some things.
Indeed they do. Modifications needed as we head over to Champions Field, ideally for game number 5. But you look at Dallas Eastfield, and they're just surprising us in more and more ways that they can. Neuver scoring his first goal of the series. Skilled Fire, though, doing more and more to impress us. Had 1 in game 2 and 3. And 2 here to lead the scoring for Dallas Eastfield. A lot of the players showing up. Truly, Sam has done a lot for Trinity Valley as well, but still the only goal scorer in the last 2 games for Trinity Valley. We need more action and shot taking from someone other than Truly Sam if they want to win this game 5.
And a timeout has been called by Trinity Valley. So once more, going to go to a short break as they get things sorted out. We saw how well that timeout worked out for Dallas Eastfield. Now, if you're a TVCC fan, hopefully it does the same. But we will be right back with these 2 juggernauts going at it. I hope you all grabbed your snacks during that break because this is going to be a banger of a Game 5. Dallas Eastfield and Trinity Valley Community College going at it, Pyro. We are on potentially the precipice of a reverse sweep.
You can't ask for better. We have 2 undefeated teams. It's going to game 5. It's looking like a reverse sweep, but if Trinity Valley wanna flip the script and change something, I can't hammer this home enough. They've got to get everyone involved. Truly, Sam, the only goal scorer in the last 2 games. And as much as I'd love to see the Nomad do all the work, and I'm not saying it's all the work, but he's finishing the plays for TVCC. They've got to get more involvement. So listen, we'll see who takes it in game 5, and we'll see if Trinity Valley use that timeout to their advantage. It all comes down to this, folks. Only one team is going to hold on to that undefeated title at the end of Game 5. So here we go.
Which team hits that coveted 8th win? Dallas Eastfield look like they've got all the momentum to make that happen, but that shot to start things off was well off target, so they'll have to wait a bit longer for the opening goal. That miss could set up something from A1X. Not sure what that was. Just kind of flitting towards the ball, but made up for it with an MO on the back line. But Havoc official couldn't step up in time and take the shot, so they'll try to make up for it through the corner. But these plays just kind of dying out. No real follow-up from TVCC so far.
And what's interesting, too, is in the last game, we've seen a lot of possession come out from Trinity Valley at the start of the game, but these are games that they didn't come away with the win yet. We've seen more resiliency out of Dallas Eastfield, but can they hold on to that resiliency even with demolitions?
Ooh, Polar, a free chance to shoot, and they will make the most of that opportunity. A transition goal for Dallas Eastfield, back to their bread and butter, and they came off the back of punishing a mistake out of Havoc as well.
That's right. We started the series with counterattack opportunities that led to goals for Dallas Eastfield. And like you said, it has been their MO. Oh, and what a fake from Neuver! Cheeky with it, almost landed a goal for him as well, but it gets away. Truly Sam trying to make a play out of it as well.
Oh, and then Polar just got bumped with that touch out to the side and is back in for the play. A self-pass, not going to lead to a goal, and now Truly Sam had a chance on an open net, but elected to take the quick clearance instead. And now Polar almost receiving that ball from the side wall. First 90 seconds has elapsed, and Dallas Eastfield still playing quick. TVCC and their lack of offense still kind of plaguing them, but Truly Sam has the ball here, and we know what magic they have done in this series so far, but the pass out to the back wall slows down the offensive, and nothing there for TVCC.
If we want to see magic from this team, we need to see some composure. The first 90 seconds of this game looking way more frantic than anything out of this series has been. We saw Truly Sam with a big look downfield, kind of open, just went for the early clear. We saw Neuver with a chance upfield and tried passing it down the width of the field, and it didn't land to anybody. So a little bit extra time for this team could pan out for more opportunities, but a lot of these shots, a lot of these chances just going away from the net.
I'm with you. It just does not seem like there's composure on the side of Trinity Valley, and Dallas Eastfield A-OK with that. Skilled Fire on the corner, picked up boost, but lost possession in the process. Truly Sam from the sidewall, a drop down, and now we're back to volleyball mode. They're just booming the ball to one another, and that definitely favors Dallas Eastfield. I mean, obviously, with their one-goal lead, they are happy to play slow Rocket League, but Sam is not. What a rocket off that Nomad.
I thought everybody else had to get in the action, but you know what? Why not feed the beast that is truly Sam? Here he is with another, and beastly in that. An equalizer for Trinity Valley, and this game 5 only gets more interesting.
Even if it is just Sam doing the majority of the goal scoring late in this series. Enough of a buffer was built when Havoc and A1X were large parts of the offense for TVCC to be successful, but they still need one more, and A1X wants to provide it. Perhaps it'll be Sam that gets it, though. Neuver a bit awkward there, coming out of the back of their own net, but they made the save, and Polar, a touch out, should slow down TVCC.
That's a good touch from Polar as maybe they look to capitalize again. I've actually kept my eyes on Polar because you think about a couple of last plays, a couple of the big breaks that this team has had. It's Polar with a double tap off of the backboard in one of those games. He's able to flex those and make some cool plays in the air. I'm looking for him to take more elevated tactics as this game gets to the grindstone. We have almost just about a minute left. Truly Sam, good shot. Forces 2 defenders up, and Dallas Eastfield starting to feel that late game pressure of Trinity Valley that capitalizes in a goal. The demolition on the goal line opens up the lane for A1X to score.
Great physicality, and of course, when Truly Sam isn't scoring, they're setting up the ball for teammates to finish. That was a perfectly timed explosion in the orange net, and all A1X had to do was put it on target. 2-1 TVCC, and that is a big lead because now we're back to that 1-minute drill where a team has to score to stay alive in this game in the final 60 seconds, and here comes Polar, but back wall not open for business. 2 defenders there, and Truly Sam try and clear the zone. Solid stalling work from Skilled Fire, but the clear does come out.
Trinity Valley couldn't have picked a better time to look more composed on defense. I love that backboard read from them, and now pressure mounting on them for offense as well. They could really hold on to this lead to hold on to their undefeated record. They've just got to do it for another half minute.
Skilled Fire covering up that mistake. Wasn't open net for a second. Over a miss. Things getting hairy on the defensive end for Dallas Eastfield. Polar pass 2. 50ing of that ball over to the side where Skilled Fire will take it over. Polar, a redirection to the back wall. Neuver in, but no contact. Tried to hit it too softly. Polar on net, but that's an easy save for A1X. It'll have to be a play on 0 seconds off the side wall. Skilled Fire for themselves. They collect it. A1X, though, shuts it down and closes the door on Dallas Eastfield. That is a 5-game win for TVCC.
Trinity Valley Community College, congratulations on one of the most nail-biting wins I have seen this squad perform in. I have seen this team play a couple times, and the way that they just power around when they play other teams is something to be witnessed. Dallas Eastfield gave this team a run for their money, but at the end of the day, TVCC able to come away with the win. Truly Sam and A1X getting those points on the board, holding it down on defense and doing what they do best. Bepic 8-0, one more week for them to hold on to a truly undefeated season. What a showing from them.
Definitely, and they do clinch their spot in playoffs with that win.
Yeah.
It is certain now, and you see the soft stats there at the end. Havoc Official and A1X both involved. You said it best. They had to get involved, help out Sam, and they did just. We got an interview with one of the TVCC members coming up after a short break. So make sure you stick around to hear what they have to say about that thrilling 5-game win. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Esports U. We've got A1X from Trinity Valley Community College who just won a sweater of a 5-game series. A1X, I gotta ask you, of course, you feel it, and how did you guys settle down for that game 5?
Man, it was breathtaking, actually. For game 5, it was very intense and talking to the team, like, we know that we could do it, and I'm trying to get through their heads. It's like, hey, it's okay. This is our chance.
Mm-hmm.
We just took it, and man, we played lights out, and I just can't ask for more, honestly.
Can't ask for more from a team where everybody's showing up, goals across the board for everybody, including you, A1X, towards the end of that game. Was there any talk about who was kind of finishing the plays? Because game 3 and game 4, it was all truly Sam, the no-man champion. But you guys took that time out, and let's get clued in a little more. What was the talk around the town there before game 5?
So before game 5, I told them it's like, how uh, the team played, and I was just telling these guys, it's like, hey, it's okay. We're losing control. Our comms are dying, and I wanted them to get back into that mindset. It's like, hey, we need to keep fighting and make it count. That was the quote I kept saying, make it count. And then they kept fighting, and the comms were back up, and man, I like I said, they played lights out, and I definitely appreciate their fighting, mentality. It was awesome.
Hey, you made it count as well, though, so give yourself some credit as well. And, taking it a little more broadly here, you guys are 8-0. I mean, one more week left in the regular season to maybe make it a fully undefeated season. What were your expectations coming into this season? Were you, broad shoulders coming in like, oh yeah, this was happening from the get-go, or what are the feelings just letting that sink in?
I mean, when we just saw our performance started from the beginning till now, I mean, we really genuinely cared on improving and really cared about trying to get better as a team. And everything that we did from day 1 till now, it was way better than last semester, because last semester we were just now getting into the program, actually.
Right.
And then with the second semester coming in, we already had that mindset. It's like, we're going to do way better than last semester. And obviously it shows, actions show louder than words. So
I love it. I love it. And I mean, this is kind of obvious, but sitting at 8-0, you guys have clinched playoffs. So we will see you guys in the postseason. So congratulations for that. You got the floor now. You got any shout outs you want to deliver?
I just want to shout out to at TVCC Esports on their Twitter. They have Facebook, Twitch. I also have a Twitter and Twitch at A1X Official. I want to shout out to Havoc_official. He's one of the teammates. YT Sam, he's actually in the background right now. And I just want to shout out to all those that have been supporting TVCC since day 1, since esports started. Because if it wasn't for actually our coach James Jones, who started this program, all this wouldn't have happened. And I really appreciate everything he's done, and with the community involved. So I really just appreciate and thank every single one that has been supporting.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. And, well, before we go, of course, make sure you tell Sam that he's a legend for rocking the Nomad throughout that series. And A1X, thank you so much for joining us here. We're going to take a short break before we come back with Shelton State versus Hawkeye Community College. So don't go anywhere. As Esports U will be right back.